Hello and welcome to a new behind the scenes video here on the channel where, I have a little bit of a story to tell. So this is not going to be one of these action-packed behind the scenes videos, but yeah, a little bit more calm and down to earth. But yeah, as I said, I have a bit of a story to tell because I've had a bit of a fight, to be honest, and I've decided to pull out of it because it's just not worth wasting my time on. Now, a little while ago, some of you might have noticed that I have slightly changed my intro to my review videos. Now, that in itself is not a big deal. It's something I have done over the years a few times, although I actually kind of like to do it like at the change of a year, to kind of, close off one chapter and then we go into a new chapter. But this time around I did it in the middle of the year. But I didn't really do it out of free will, but it was more or less forced to it. You see, what is normally with my review happening is that I have a bit of music playing, then I have like what is called a cold open, where I'm giving a brief introduction to basically what is going on. Then we have the drop, so the intro graphics, and then we go back to the introduction of the model, or more or less the box, and then of course we go into the model and so on and so on. And this is the new graphic. This used to, let's take, I think I had the old graphics here still. This used to look like this. With the custom model of a Southwest Airlines, let's find out in this review. And with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review of today. And of course that has been changed. So nowadays it sounds and looks like this. Eintracht Frankfurt. But how have they done? Well, that is what we will find out thanks to the great prices of the F&B shop, who currently have a sale going on, so do check them out. With that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at a Boeing 737-800. So was it just aesthetics and me thinking, oh, I would like to update the graphics, maybe change the music a bit? No, not really. I mean, I would have made an update at some point, but the reason I did it now was because of an issue, both with YouTube and a third party in this whole thing, and that has actually forced me to make this change. Now, in order to explain this whole story, I need to delve a little bit into the inner workings of YouTube. There's a lot of terminology there, but I will try to keep it as simple as possible. Basically, whenever you upload a video to YouTube, there is a system of YouTube that checks what you are uploading and compares it with other media. And the reason why it's doing that is because of copyright. So it is basically checking if what you uploaded is infringing on known copyright material. That system doesn't work at all because what it's supposed to do is when you are uploading the video, then it is checking it and flags anything that might be an issue. And that almost never happens. What does happen is that, for example, when I upload my videos, I upload them to private, and then I put in all, the titles and all that stuff, and then I schedule them so they can go out on a specific day and time. And after it then has gone public, then it gets flagged for infringing on copyright, which, however, is complete BS. The automated check system of YouTube doesn't really work because it doesn't give you a warning if there should be an issue, so you can't really do anything until the video is public, and then it happens. And that does happen for a reason. Now, I hear you already say, well, you wouldn't have any issues with copyright claims or stuff like that if you don't upload anything that is made by other people. And you're correct. And in fact, that's actually what I'm doing. I mean, pretty much all of the things that I'm uploading, well, that's things that I've been doing myself. Except, of course, for the music. Now, I don't make music. So what I do is I have licenses to that music. I pay for using the music that I have on my channel. I have various companies from where I'm taking music, but for the intro of my review, actually, yeah, I have a specific license. I've purchased that license to that track, to that piece of music, so that I can use it in my videos. But it gets flagged on YouTube every time I use it. And I mean, obviously that's annoying. It's not critical as such for the channel. It's not a copyright strike. There's a difference between a copyright claim and a strike on YouTube. A claim is just someone saying you use our material, so we will claim this video for ourselves. It doesn't matter if it's a claim for 3 seconds of the video or for the entire video. They will claim the video and they will take all the revenue that that video makes. A copyright strike is something different. That's basically a step beyond the claim, and you can only have 3 strikes on your channel, then it's going to be permanently deleted. I've never had a strike, but I have had several claims, and all of them have been false. Now you can dispute those claims, and that's what, of course, I always do. Then you basically have to argue. You say this and this is what I'm using, and I have the license to it. You give some information, and then the person, or in most cases the company that made the claim, then has 30 days to review your dispute. Most companies don't do that. There are some really bogus companies out there that don't review your claim within the 30 days. They just try to stretch it out as long as possible. Until the time you dispute, all revenue from the video goes directly to the company. If you then dispute it, it's basically going into a separate holding where the money is then just stored until the claim has been reviewed. But it's being reviewed by the person or the company that makes the claim that you have uploaded something in breach of copyright. Anyways, they have 30 days to review your dispute. Most companies don't do that. They stretch it out as long as possible in the hopes that you basically forget about it. And then a few days, if not on the day where the dispute would then just run out, and if it runs out, then they cannot reclaim it, then they claim it one more time. They have basically 2 strikes they can do. And then you can dispute it one more time, and then they have to release it if it is a bogus claim, which it is in 99.99% of the cases. So that's just a really annoying system, but it gets even worse because in my case, I have the intro music to my review videos, or the music that I used to use, and that got claimed all the time. Now, you can get claims from all sorts of companies. There are, as I said, some bogus companies that also just claim random shit that they have no rights to, but they just say, oh, this is ours. This is not the case here. I'm getting claimed by the company who has licensed the music to me. And I have been in contact with this company. I've sent them several emails and I have told them about it. Like, look guys, you make this claim, I dispute it, then you don't review it for 30 days. You block my video basically. Please release the videos. I clearly have the license. Please stop doing this. And when I write to them, yes, in fairness, then they pretty much immediately release these videos. But they just keep on claiming and claiming and claiming the next videos I upload and the next video I upload. And I don't want to write an email to them for every single video I upload. That's ridiculous. And look, I would just like to point out that for me, it's not about the money. I mean, it's annoying that the revenue gets blocked because, yeah, when the video gets claimed, the revenue is blocked until the claim is resolved. But if I was in it for the money, I would have been quitting this channel for a long time ago. Any revenue that videos make are of course great because they help me improve on videos and do new projects, but they're certainly not the driving factor. But my main concern is really when you have these claims, apart from them being bogus and then other people wanting to profit from my work, is more that obviously YouTube likes generating revenue because they make an earning. They make way more money with videos than the creators themselves. But if there is no revenue on these videos, they don't get nearly as much attention or aren't shared as much on the platform. And yeah, it's annoying that then videos get hurt because of a bogus claim and they don't have as much reach as they potentially could have had. Now, because this is an ongoing issue, I can of course just write them an email every time I have a video that is flagged by this company. But that's obviously annoying, so I don't want to do that. So I actually ask them, look guys, you know this is the channel that uses this piece of music, that has a license to it. Is there not any way to greenlight this channel so that you don't constantly flag my channel? Is there not any way that this can be avoided? And there is, but the way I can avoid it is basically by having to add some information under each video, which is basically just promoting this company. So I have now the choice of being blackmailed into advertising for this company that doesn't respect the license that I have with them, or not use the music. And I've chosen not to use the music, obviously, because the other thing is just ridiculous. I'm not going to advertise a company that I don't like and that forces me to do things that I don't like and doesn't respect the business agreement we have made. So in order to avoid all that, yes, I just decided, okay, you know what, screw that. I'm not going to use the music anymore. I have a license, I've paid for it, and I should be able to use it. But in reality, that's just not the case. So instead, yeah, I make a new intro. I use some other music where I also have a license. And you know what? It's not worth a fighting. It's just a really bad combination of bad business practices from a company that doesn't mind selling you stuff that they then don't really uphold. And then, of course, YouTube's quite broken system in the background, which tries to protect copyright, but screws over creators who are actually abiding by copyright. So yeah, so that's a thing I had to fight with for quite some time now here in the background. But in any case, we keep marching on here on the channel. I will, of course, continue to do reviews. And yeah, I mean, now I just changed the music, so it's all good, I guess. But I thought, I felt like I haven't talked about this for a very long time, and it's been annoying me a lot because this started around November and has been going on well ever since, until the point where I did the change. So that was, I think, end of May, something around there. So yeah, quite a while where I've been having to deal with these issues with almost every review I've uploaded. There were one or two which, for whatever reason, didn't get flagged, but all of them otherwise did. Yeah, so a little bit of a different behind-the-scenes vlog, story time, I guess we could call it. But I'm sure there will be something else coming up very soon. I have a few interesting things happening fairly soon, and I'll try to take you with me on those happenings. I don't want to reveal it just yet, but yeah, see you around.